90% of people are not atheists, but at the same time they cannot swear to be theists. The fact is that most people don't have proper knowledge about God, and so they neither disbelieve in Him nor have complete faith in Him. Even those who profess to be theists maintain some faith only due to fear of the unknown or due to considerations of mundane piety or social pressure. Most people today who visit temples do so as a ritual due to a family tradition or habit from childhood. Though they are certainly better than the downright atheists who deny the existence of God, their ignorance in the matter of a scientific understanding of God is certainly a sorry state of affairs. A superficial understanding about God is not of much use. All around us there is sufficient proof of God's existence. Whenever we see something that is designed intelligently and is functioning properly, we at once presume that someone has created it. From a precisely designed wristwatch to a skyscraper building, from a simple bicycle to a complicated jet engine, from a humble grain grinder to advanced artificial intelligence robotics. Similarly, we see so many orderly things happening in nature. For example, the seasons change in a regular, cyclic manner. Gigantic trees develop from tiny seeds. The giant sequoia tree grows over 300 feet high with a diameter of up to 36 feet. Its bark alone is 2 feet thick, and its roots cover an area of 200,000 square feet. It lives for over 3,000 years. Yet the seeds that a sequoia tree rains down by the millions are not much bigger than a pinhead. Are all these things happening by chance, or is there a divine intelligence behind them? Obviously, all these things are happening as per the laws of nature. But can there be any law without a lawmaker? With a little common sense, one can understand the presence of a super-intelligent being, God, from the marvels of His creation. Leading authorities from a variety of fields like mathematics, physics, chemistry, biology, and zoology have proven scientifically and rationally the presence of a supreme creator, without whose sanction not a blade of grass can move. There is a wonderful incident in the life of Sir Isaac Newton that goes to show how he was a strong believer of God. Newton had a small-scale model of the solar system, which, on completion, was installed on a large table in his home. The artisan had done a fine job, simulating not only the various sizes of planets and their relative proximity, but also constructing the model in such a manner that everything rotated and orbited when a crank was turned. One day, one of Newton's atheistic friends came by for a visit and was naturally intrigued by the model. Having expressed his admiration at the workmanship, he inquired about the artisan. Newton replied in all seriousness that there was no artisan. The model had just popped up by chance. Of course, the visitor was not convinced. Finally, Newton explained, "You refuse to believe that this puny contraption came about by chance, and yet you are convinced that the great original, the actual solar system, of which this mechanism is only a model, has come into being without either a designer or a maker. Now tell me, by what sort of reasoning do you reach such an absurd conclusion?" Thus, Newton defeated his atheistic friend and made him realize that behind this marvelous universe, there is the hand of God. While there is some zeal today to scientifically acknowledge the existence of a superior intelligence or God, There is certainly also misconceptions galore about who or what he is, and is often a result of an individual's fertile imaginations or speculations. God is not a subject matter of speculation. He has to be understood through hearing from a bona fide spiritual authority. As long as we maintain our preconceived notions about God and do not approach a bona fide guru, we will remain in darkness without any correct understanding of God. God, according to all wisdom traditions and great religions of the world, is by definition the supreme being and is the greatest as regards to any quality, attribute, characteristic, etc. In other words, there is no one equal to or greater than God in any quality, attribute, or characteristic. He is the source of everything. He is the supreme controller. He is the supreme proprietor. He is the supreme enjoyer. Theism or atheism is not a belief system, but rather refers to having knowledge or lack of knowledge about God. Though in today's times we might say, what is the need to know anything about God, whether he exists or not, who he is, etc.? But actually, knowledge of God is not a matter of interest or intellectual gratification. It is an absolute necessity for every sane human being.